All right, so we've already done the panda bear. We've done some other awesome tutorials on our gorgeous model. Do you like his hairdo?
Thank you.
And right now we're going to do something St. Patrick's Day themed. We're going to go ahead and do some rainbow eye art with some... Okay, I thought it was 4-leaf clovers originally. Turns out it's 3-leaf clovers. My dad said that he's gotten in trouble with the Irish before, so we're going to do some Irish before.
That
we're going to do
fine.
some... I know. Put your leg back up. Then we're going to do some 3-leaf clovers around it and just make it look all nice and St. Patrick's Day-y. So here we go. So what we're going to do for the rainbows, we're going to use a sponge. I just have my half sponge that I showed you guys in my other video about what equipment I got. And so you cut it in half so you have the straight edge here. And then you're just going to dip the water, you're going to dip the sponge in the water right along this edge here, just right along there. You're not going to get... Sponges retain a lot of water, obviously, so we don't want to overload them because then it's not going to hold the paint well, it's not going to load well, and it's not going to apply on the face well. So just make sure you put a little bit of water here. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your sponge and kind of squish it just a little bit. I already have my rainbow cake here, the one that I showed you guys in the DIY tutorial. You can use whatever colors you want. I'll show you real quickly too a way to do it without having a make it yourself, or like either a split cake or a cake that you've made yourself. But the way you load it is you squish it a little bit so it fits inside. You just do the edge, just put the edge on so it's kind of at an angle, slant, and just run it back and forth. Just so you're picking up all the color and you're just running it back and forth on there. So it loads up really nice on there. Okay, so if you have a sponge, but you don't have the split cakes or the rainbow cakes, another way to do it is just load up any old brush with some color. Just get it nice and loaded. And then make sure you pick what colors you want because you want to know how many you have. And then on the edge here, you can go ahead and just paint the color on. Just get it nice and loaded and paint the color on. See if I don't know if you can see that. Paint the color on and then do multiple different, spots with that. And then instead of applying it like this, you'll just be applying it from the corner, from this part down. So now that you have your sponge loaded, and if you're doing it the other way, then you're just gonna, like I said before, you're just gonna start here with the tip. This is if you're doing it the way that you paint the paint on to the sponge. You just start here, and you're gonna go around in a C shape and bring it above the eye here.
Why don't you show them, Taylor?
Because then we'll have to wash it off, Noah.
Oh yeah, touche.
If you're loading it up like this, then you're gonna wanna kind of hold it with your fingers and bracing it. So I'm just using 4 fingers right now. It's almost like I was making a little animal with my hands. I used to do that when I was a little kid.
That's a zebra. I'm a lamb.
And then, so then you want to just put the 2 are on the front and the 2 are on the back, so you can kind of guide it and have good control over it.
Ooh, it's like a squiggly, yeah.
So for the rainbow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just kind of bring it in a little bit, and then close your eyes, please. Not tightly like that, bud. You're just gonna kind of gently rest it on the eye here at eye level, like almost like, here, let's see if they can. Just right along the lash line, kind of, and halfway into the eye. So right about here. You're just gonna gently rest it down and drag it along. His eyebrows are very manly.
Thank you.
So you're just getting basically the outline of where you want this at. Because then what you can do is to fix it, because I'm kind of doing it from the other side as opposed to the side that I need to be doing it on.
Rainbows.
You just take like the pink and the yellow here. I'm going to go ahead and fix that. You just make sure that you line that up and just drag that along.
I love rainbow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait,
And then anything else you need to do, you can get some good control. Come down. You can get some good control with the sponge actually, just because you can gently lift the part that you don't need up off what you're doing. So this is exaggerated. You know, I'm bending it to the side, but instead I just bend it a little bit.
Why did I
get in
need
there.
to do this?
Noah, seriously?
Why?
Stop. And then you can also go back and just stipple in some color, which is just push, 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 tap, tap, tap. Okay, then I'm just gonna load up the tip of my sponge here with some white, and I'm just gonna do some clouds. Just stipple that in a little bit, just however you wanna make your clouds. So then I'm gonna load up a round brush here. This is a medium-sized round brush. And it took me a while to figure out how to do 3-leaf clovers, just because if you do them like, if you do them like teardrops, it just doesn't look as good.
Because, like, frankly, it'll look like
Yeah,
tree drops on a stem.
Yeah, it just, too long, it starts looking like plants we don't want it to look like. So we're going to do them kind of like the petals that we do, where you press down and then just give it out a little bit. So it just kind of looks like a tiny petal, like that. Put the tip down and press. Tip down and press. Tip down and press. So you got a nice little 3-leaf clover there. We'll just give them a little stem. Put the tip down and press. Tip down, press. Just keep going around doing that. Giving them little stemmy tail deals. Okay, so then you just kind of scatter the shamrocks however you want. Just kind of, you can put them in, I tried to kind of concentrate them a little bit up here. Just did a couple down here, because then what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to kind of do some teardrops going in, just because I think it'll round off color. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what I've been doing in some of my tutorials, I thought I'd show you. I don't have any like metallic gold colors. I just have a goldy yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some scattered gold dots, or yellow dots, just to kind of represent the coins just being scattered everywhere. And I thought I'd kind of show you what I'm doing here with it. I just take a brush, like this is my big flat brush, and I just get the end wet a little bit, and then I just circle it around, really light, circle it, well, this is not working.
What a secret!
Circle it around just really lightly, just so it kind of gets the end coated, and then it gives really good control and really good dots. So then I'm going to load up a detail brush with some white here, and just to do some outlining and highlighting a little bit. Just gonna do my teardrops here. I just went ahead and put some periwinkle-ish color. You don't have to do this. It's just something to give the cloud right here just some extra definition and stuff.
Is it morning yet? No, seriously, is it?
All right, so there you go. You've got some nice little 3-leaf clovers in here.
And my pretty face.
And his pretty face, of course.
Hi.
And the rainbow and just some gold going on, just to give you some nice festive St. Patrick's Day
Wait, I gotta say my line though.
face art.
Now before you get out, I gotta say my famous line.
Okay.
Next time, we eat leprechauns.